Thank you for watching the news on Republic TV. It's 9 p.m. I'm Niranjan, and the entire country woke up to this shocking story from Bhandara in Maharashtra, where 10 infants were killed in a fire inside the ICU of a children's hospital. Republic TV has been reporting on the story since this morning, and some of the details emerging should serve as a wake-up call to all of us. The details emerging through RTI replies, through first-person accounts, tell you that in a hospital in India, in the year 2021, in a children's hospital, that too, there were no fire safety mechanisms in place, despite several warnings, several reminders in the last few years. So we knew this was going to happen, and we let it happen. We let 10 infants die in Maharashtra.
आम्हाला काहीच नाही माहिती हे बाळाला असं काही झालं. आता माहिती पडलं की बाळ गेलं म्हणून. आमचं आग लागली तेव्हा पण बाळाला आम्ही आणायला गेलो होतो. आम्हाला माहिती होतं आमचं बाळ आयसीयू मध्ये आहे. आपला जीवन वाचून आम्ही आपल्या बाळाला आणायला गेलो होतो, पण त्यांनी काही आम्हाला दिला नाही, कारण तिकडे फारच धुवा पसरलेला होता.
काय तुमचा मुलगा आहे की
मुलगी आहे.
किती दिवस
आता 7 दिवस झाले. 1.25 किलोची होती ती.
Like Vandana, 9 other mothers have lost their newborn babies in a fire that engulfed the neonatal ward. Close to 1:30 a.m., 900 kilometers from Mumbai, in the easternmost part of Maharashtra, this ward of a government hospital in Bhandara district witnessed a massive fire. Sources say this ward was unattended when the short circuit occurred.
रात को करीब 1:30 से 2 बजे के बीच में यहाँ पर जो न्यूबॉर्न केयर यूनिट है हमारा, उसमें आग लगी थी और इस दुर्दैवी घटना में करीब 10 बच्चों की मृत्यु हुई है और हम 7 बच्चों की जान बचा. इसमें डिटेल इंक्वायरी की जाएगी और उसमें क्या कारण रहा इस घटना का, इस पर उसको चिन्हित किया जाए.
But were there not enough fire safety precautions in place? The 2018 RTI reply exposes the negligence in a government hospital in one of the state's most backward areas, where most of the patients belong to low-income group.
Republic TV has accessed an RTI copy from 2018 that shows that the hospital admitted back then that there were no fire hydrants, no fire sprinklers, no smoke alarm, no fire extinguishers. The reply was in 2018, and nearly 1.5 years later, there is still no fire safety mechanism in place.
The Chief Minister's office has said the new room for children in the building was inaugurated in 2015, but whether the audit was completed or not will be investigated.
आणि अशा प्रकारची घटना कदापि घडता कामा नये म्हणून जेवढी काही हॉस्पिटल आहेत जिथं नवबालकांचं त्या ठिकाणी त्यांना ठेवलं जातं, त्यांच्याकडे देखभाल केली जाते, त्या सगळ्याचं पण ऑडिट करण्याच्या बद्दल सांगितलं गेलेलं आहे.
12 मई को 2020 को इसका प्रस्ताव गया है कि यहाँ पर फायर सेफ्टी मेजर्स किए जाने चाहिए, लेकिन वो केवल प्रस्ताव गया और पड़ा रहा, उसके ऊपर कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई. अगर वो कार्रवाई होती तो शायद ये 10 बच्चे इस प्रकार से हमारे में से नहीं चल बसते.
Questions are being raised against both the governments. India has lost 10 precious lives because of negligence at 3 levels. And for those accountable for the deaths, this father's cry should pierce their conscience.
4 बजे, 4:30, 5 बजे करीब गया, तो वहाँ पे मैं पूछा उधर इधर क्या हो गया. नहीं बोले ये आईसीयू में आग लग गई कि शॉर्ट हो गई, कुछ तो भी बोले. तो मैं घबरा गया, अचानक से घबरा गया. मेरा लड़की कैसा है कैसा इतना दिन काम धंधा 2 महीना छोड़ दिया. 6,000 कमाता हूँ, नगर परिषद ठेकेदारी पे है, वो सब छोड़ दिया और 2 महीना कंटिन्यू उसके तरफ गया, ध्यान दिया. उधर इधर से थोड़ा बहुत पैसा लिया, 2 महीना खाया खिलाया, परिवार को सब दिखाया. इतना बड़ा ख्वाहिश था कि साला ये पहला लड़की है मेरा, तो अच्छे तरीक़ा से हो गया। जाने वाला था पहले, जो वजन कम था, शुरुआत में बोले ICU लगाए, ये लगाए और नली लगाए, तो मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि बचता नहीं बचता। पर जब 1 किलो 350 का वेट, ये 8-15 दिन पहले मेरे को जैसा खबर चल गई, उसकी माँ को भी पूछा कैसा है बच्चा, तू देखता है ना, ऐसा खिलाती है तो कुछ रोती है, जब बैठ जाए चुपचाप तो रोएगा, थोड़ा घुमाएंगा तो थोड़ा अच्छा रहेगा, ऐसा पूछता हो तो नहीं सब बढ़िया है, घर में आने लायक है, अभी हमारा जान हमारे पास आया, इतना सब खुशी। और आज कैसे हो मेरे को अफसोस नहीं हो रहा है। तो जो भी जिसको सरकार को जमे वो मेरे को करके दे, क्योंकि 2, 4, 2.5, 3, 4, 5 महीना काम छोड़ दिया, घर परिवार को संभाल लिया, वो 6,000 रुपये कुछ कमाता हूँ, उसकी चक्कर में वो भी टेंशन की वजह से थोड़ा प्रेशर में आ रहा हूँ।
ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट, रिपब्लिक टीवी।
Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, Neelam Krishnamurthy will be joining us live from Delhi. Shailesh Gandhi, activist, live from Mumbai this evening. Vinod Kumar Tikku, who is a former member of the NCPCR, live from Delhi this evening. Ketan Vaidya, journalist, joining us live from Mumbai. Syed Abbas, a political analyst, live from Bengaluru. Chetan Singh, a political analyst and lawyer, live from Delhi with us this evening. And Sunaina Hole, who is a social activist, will be joining us live from Mumbai. Now, before we start the debate, you saw the full detailed story that we put out, and I hope that some of you have been able to catch, parts of our coverage throughout the day. And I hope all our viewers included heard the versions of the parents who lost their children this morning. I want to read out 2 of the first-person accounts of what the parents had to say after they heard the news of their infant being killed in the fire, and then we'll start the debate. One father said, I wasn't staying with my daughter in the hospital because the hospital did not allow me to stay. So they entrusted the hospital with taking care of their newborn child. She was my first child. I wasn't staying with her because the hospital didn't allow me to stay. Another set of parents, Geeta and Vishwanath Behere, said that Geeta had got to see the infant at 4 p.m. last evening, and today we get the news of the fire. It has destroyed us. In fact, he says her weight had increased to 1.3 kilograms, and a nurse had told us that our baby would be discharged when she weighed 1.5 kilograms. Geeta got to see the infant at 4 p.m. last evening, and that was the end of it. There are many such parents, and some of us here on the panel, and I don't know if it's all of us, but at least most of us are parents on this panel, and when you hear of a story like this, of 10 infants dying in a fire in a children's hospital. Nobody was inside the hospital, and I had that RTI copy with me. So, today no political party can point fingers at the other, no side, I mean. Because when you look at this RTI copy, Shailesh Gandhi, I want to come to you first. The story itself has shocked all of us. You look at this copy. It says, this is a 2018 RTI reply, by the way, Shailesh Gandhi. It says, fire hydrant, not there. Fire sprinklers, not available. Smoke alarm, not working. Fire extinguisher, there were lapses. Fire escape ladder and fire escape routes, also ineffective. Shailesh Gandhi, you look at this as a 2018 reply. In the year 2021, we let 10 kids die in the same hospital. I want you to start, and then maybe Chetan Singh or Ketan Vaidya can respond on the other side.
I think the first thing that comes to mind is the cries of the little kids. 10 little children who didn't even start their lives. Their lives extinguished by complete carelessness.
Thank you.
By complete carelessness, by complete brazen lack of sense of doing their duty. In a hospital, you send somebody to get well, instead of which this is murder. And what is responsible for this is all the people who did not act on it. Not putting up enough. First, the hospital should not be allowed to run like this. Two, even if it's allowed to run, decisions should be taken fast. And there is a Maharashtra law which is violated since the last 10 years, which says that all files must be attended to within 90 days maximum. If this rule is implemented, and no chief minister has implemented this, no government seems to be interested in implementing this. The whole concept is things can wait. Things cannot wait. Kids will die. This is a shameful thing for the entire state, for the entire nation for that matter. 10 little kids crying away while the place was burning. And there's no fire extinguishers also. And short circuits also are a fault of the way the wiring maintenance is done. All these somebody must be made to pay for, but more than that, these accidents will keep happening. These instances will keep repeating unless we realize that all work has to be done in a time-bound manner. And if any shortfall is there, it must be made up immediately. This concept of timeliness is so lacking in the whole system that it's a cancer with which India will not be able to move ahead and do the progress that we should desire and be fair and equitable to our children.
You know, this is what angers us, Shailesh Gandhi, and you know how many stories, and you've been on most of those stories. Ketan, okay, Ketan respond, and then I'll come in. Okay, Ketan.
Yeah, Niranjan, I would like to second what Shailesh Gandhi just said, and taking it a step further. I mean, he has also been advocating the right to service. He has done yeoman work in the right to information, but the Right to Service Act needs to be implemented with equal gusto, and it's abysmal because let's not go into previous government and this government. Maharashtra as a state, more than 40% of its kids are malnourished, and the amount of budget in 2017-18 of the GSDP, that the gross state development product, they had spent only 0.49% to public health. So that's abysmal for all of us to know. Even states like Tamil Nadu have done better. The per capita spend on health, public health, Tamil Nadu has increased it from 1257 to 1408, whereas Maharashtra has decreased it from 1132 rupees per capita to 1082. And 35% of health budget was unspent in the state in 2016-17. So this talks about the abysmal state of our government hospitals. I have been to Bhandara a decade back, and I had done a story. I had gone there in summer. The summers are really harsh in Bhandara. It's a complete rural, backward kind of an area. I was covering the Khairlanji case, and I remember going to a family where someone had died because there were long power cuts in hospital. And it's sad to say that nothing has changed after 10 to 12 years. So till public health and spending on public health is a priority for the government, nothing will change. There will be a report, blame will be fixed. Imagine there was one nurse present during the fire. You could increase the staff to more than 10 nurses, but what they would have done in the absence of a firefighting mechanism. So till public health is not our priority, nothing is going to change.
Yeah, but you know, you ask the state government, I'll tell you the kind of responses that you get. Ketan, the first response always when a tragedy like this happens is that they will order a high-level inquiry, which was the first response of the state government, right? I'll go across to Sanju Verma and then Chetan can respond. First response will be, okay, we've ordered a high-level inquiry. Second response, strict action will be taken, okay? That's how specific a state can get, right? Both of you put facts beautifully. Shailesh Gandhi and Ketan Vaidya. Ketan Vaidya is a journalist. Shailesh Gandhi is an RTI activist. You put out the details, the law, you laid it out for the viewers and the governments, right? But I'll tell you what the politicians will tell you. We've ordered a high-level inquiry. Strict action will be taken. This is Anil Deshmukh saying high-level inquiry has been ordered. First response. Second, Rajesh Tope, strict action will be taken. Ajit Pawar immediately ordered audit of all hospitals, right? District Collector, technical committee will investigate the reason. Mumbai Mayor, though she may not have much to say on this, she of course said such incidents should not be repeated. Now please tell me, that's how specific the politicians will get. While allies themselves are very busy debating every single day whether we should rename a city, whether we should rename Aurangabad to something else, and fighting needless battles. 10 infants have died in Maharashtra. Yeah, Sanju Verma will come in and then Abbas. Abbas, okay, Chetan can go first and then Abbas. Sanju.
All right.
Thank you, Niranjan. Niranjan, first and foremost, this is a horrific and a heart-wrenching incident. And, I would like to take this opportunity to express deepest condolences to the bereaved families of those 10 infants, though I'm sure words don't matter at this stage to them. Having said that, and I would simply not like to politicize, because the earlier two speakers, Ketan Vaidya and Shailesh Gandhi, as you said, have done a neat job of laying down the bare facts. But equally, as you said, Niranjan, and I have been watching your channel and I have been listening to what your reporter on the ground had to say, and I was absolutely shocked that for over 2 years, be it fire alarm systems, fire sprinklers, hydrants, basic firefighting equipment, nothing was in place. The RTI activist, Mr. Vikas Devendra Madankar, he has written to the Chief Information Officer of Bhandara District Hospital, and not only the letters dated 12th and 24th October 2018, if you look at the 12th May and 20th July 2020 letters written on the Maharashtra government's letterhead, it clearly says that yes, we are aware that the firefighting equipment is not in place. We regret that the sprinklers are not there, hydrants are not there, the ventilation system is not in place. But we are still looking at your request to sanction 1.5 crore rupees to address the basic firefighting system that this hospital needs. I am absolutely shocked and ashamed that for just 1.5 crore rupees, perhaps that could have saved the lives of these 10 infants, the Maharashtra government chose to vacillate and chose to dilly-dally. This is not about politicization, but equally, I think state government of Maharashtra needs to be held accountable. Accountability is a must when you are talking of governance, so that such mishaps are not repeated in due course. The fact of the matter is, Niranjan, that as you rightly said, you are talking here of renaming Aurangabad into Sambhajinagar. But the point is, the basic amenities are not being provided in hospitals. You should be ashamed, and this is not the first time. Just a minute, just a minute. We are aware that during COVID, patients were shifted on a stretcher from Sion Hospital and shifted and shoved under the Hind Mata flyover. Patients were shifted and shoved on a stretcher under the Hind Mata flyover because Sion Hospital did not have enough beds. So the fact that criminal negligence is the hallmark of the Maha Vikas Aghadi is par for the course. They should be tried and tested and booked for criminal negligence under section 304A of the Indian Penal Code.
Abbas, it's a very sensitive subject, so please be brief. Abbas, please you're on a very sensitive subject, okay? Be responsible in what you say, okay? Syed Abbas. Okay, Sanju, let him speak now.
Okay, Sanjuji, I heard you patiently. Kindly allow me.
This is a very sensitive topic. Please do not politicize.
Ma'am, what an ironic statement you just made. You say this is a sensitive topic. Please don't politicize. Ma'am, for the last 2 to 3 minutes you spoke and all you did was politicize and more politicize. Ma'am, the viewers
I am asking for accountability. Asking for accountability is not politicization, Mr. Abbas.
Politicizing. Please,
as a citizen, I deserve accountability. Forget about whether I am a politician or not. As a citizen of Maharashtra, as a citizen of India, as a resident of Mumbai, I deserve accountability from those at the helm of affairs. I deserve accountability. Why did those 10 infants die? Was it criminal negligence? If it was criminal negligence, who's responsible?
Okay, I'm going to give him 30 seconds, Sanju. 30 seconds.
Tried under section 304
you have 30 seconds, man. Okay, 30 seconds.
Allow me. Sanjuji, please allow me.
Let me give him 30 seconds, Sanju. Let me see if he's got a response this evening.
Okay, first and foremost, Niranjan Sahab, nevertheless, let me just bring to your notice, we know what happened in Uttar Pradesh. Many of the little children died. oxygen cylinders, whatnot. Dr. Kafil Khan came to the rescue. We know what happened with him.
Abbas, don't do this on a day like... No, Abbas, I'm talking about Maharashtra, you want to go to Uttar Pradesh. You know what? Abbas, for God's sake, Abbas, this is a debate about Maharashtra, Abbas, I thought I'll give you 30 seconds, but I think I'll stop you at 10 because there's a debate about Maharashtra, man. Don't talk about Uttar Pradesh. We've done stories about Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and we've had impact in all these stories. Calm down. Abbas, I don't know whether you were live with Republic back then. No, you calm down. Abbas, let's not waste time, my friend. Let's not waste time, okay? This is not a debate about Uttar Pradesh. We have debated Uttar Pradesh. No, let me tell him. No, let me tell him. Sanju, hold on.
We don't need 3,000
Oh my God.
statues, sir.
Yeah, they're talking about Central Vista.
We need better hospitals.
Shahid Abbas, calm down, man. Hear me. Abbas, see, we're talking about 10 infants, okay? Not Central Vista, not Uttar Pradesh. We have done Uttar Pradesh when the encephalitis broke out. When there was a breakout of encephalitis, Republic TV led the coverage from the front, okay? So please don't give us lectures over here talking about Uttar Pradesh. So I'm going to get somebody in. I'm going to get somebody else in. Okay, I've given you your time. Syed Abbas, you lost your chance. I'm going to go to Sunaina Holi versus Chetan Singh next. Sunaina, do you think, looking at this RTI reply, right, and I'm going purely. Okay, I think I lost the line with Sunaina there. I lost the line with Sunaina, but let me go across to Vinod Kumar Tikku, former member of the NCPCR, who is live from New Delhi. Sir, when I look at this RTI reply, and Sanju Verma also had a lot of points to make and questions to ask of the current establishment in Maharashtra, which is directly accountable, yes. But this RTI reply also shows there's a larger problem. Because even in 2018, when it was a different government, even that government hadn't ensured fire safety mechanism was in place. Right? Just putting the facts out there. And it's a national problem.
Before we go on to...
It is a national problem.
Before we go on to those issues, I would like to put one thing straight, that why was there not a single nurse or a single doctor in the SNCU unit? There were 17 children there, 17 infants there, and not a single medical or paramedical person out there. This is strange. This is a matter of great shame. Why should the medical superintendent of the hospital not be taken accountable first thing? Why should the doctor not be made accountable second thing? Why should the district collector be allowed to go scot-free? He should have gone and visited this at least 3 times a year, 4 times a year. Why was that not happening? Why was that not in place? Why was it not ensured? How can you leave 17 neonatals to the mercy of nobody and in the SNCU ward? Supposing there was an emergency for a child out there, maybe on the ventilator or something, then who would be taking care of that? There was nobody there. This is something this is a clear case of insensitivity and clear case of criminal negligence on part of the hospital administration, on part of the district administration, and thirdly on part of the state government. Everybody seemed to have failed at every point just because it happened to be the children who are not the vote banks. Why? Why should it be borne by the children all the time everywhere in the country? I remember similar things had happened in Maharashtra.
Sir, can I come in, please? If you allow me, can I make my point? So I heard you now patiently. Sir, can I come in, please, now? Yeah. I heard you very patiently, and your point has got weightage.
Okay, Chetan, while you're coming in...
At the same given point of time, sir, what is important this given point of time? No, my only humble
I wanted to make a point, Chetan. I'm sorry, there's a delay between you and me. I just wanted to tell you that, while we talk about an audit, one of the big announcements made this morning by the government is that they have ordered an audit of all hospitals on an urgent basis. Now, we want to know, when will this audit be conducted? Will the real audit report ever come out?
So Niranjan, first and foremost, there are lapses. Certainly there are lapses, and we have lost 10 infants. That's a matter of serious concern. It's a very sensitive issue. We have heard the speech of the BJP spokesperson. She should be more sensitive rather than politicizing this particular subject. She was just trying to attack the Maharashtra government, which they have been doing it from last few months, which we are seeing it. But at this given point of time, it is time to introspect. You have to look deep into yourself. We have seen what exactly has happened in Gujarat also some days back in the coaching institute, where kids have jumped out from the second floor. Why? Because there was a fire. So therefore, there is no point dragging any other state, any other this kind of horrific incidents. What is important is to look deep inside us. What is happening in our country? Where are we heading towards? At this given point of time, public service. The public service must be strong enough. These are the taxpayers. People of the country are the taxpayers. And they expect certain kind of a security, certain kind of accountability,
thank you for making that point.
Assurance from the current dispensation. Whether that is look, central government and the state government, they have to work in tandem on these particular subjects, and center plays a very vital role. Opposition government has got very few states in there. You can count in only in one hand. Do not try to attack opposition government on the death of these 10
what does
kids,
that have to do with this?
10 infants. What could be more deplorable than this? This is a very sensitive subject, and I believe everybody and the head of the country is responsible for it.
Chetan, I want to go across Neelam Krishnamurthy, because I'll tell you what happens is, what happens is, left to politicians and political parties, you will keep fighting with each other, right? No, I want to go across to Neelam Krishnamurthy. I'll tell you why. And then Sunaina Holi can also come in. Neelam, now, thank you for joining us first of all, and you know what, and you've been on many such debates. Chetan,
This is something which is not going
Chetan, there's a little bit of a delay. Okay, I'll come back to you. Okay, hold on.
Who has come up with the 303
Yeah,
seats
calm down,
in this
Chetan. I want to go across to
government.
Neelam Krishnamurthy. Neelam Krishnamurthy.
Please stop.
No.
Stop ranting.
No, I am.
Because
I am
Neelam
extremely
Krishnamurthy came a
disheartened
little
today.
late into joined the debate a little.
have to take a pledge.
I want to make a point, Chetan. For God's sake, man, calm down.
Unfortunate incidents happen.
Okay, you know what, Chetan? I need to make a point to Neelam Krishnamurthy, because I want to go on. While you lecture on politics, I have a point to make, okay, on what actually happened there. Calm down. You know what this father said? Neelam, I don't know whether we have the soundbite of what one of the fathers who lost his daughter, in the fires had to say, minutes after hearing the news. I don't know whether we have that ready, but I just want to read out one part of what he said. He said he went there around 4:30 or 5 o'clock. He asked them what had happened.
Yes, please.
They said there was fire in the ICU which was doused. He said, I was scared. I became worried for my daughter. He said, I had stopped working for 2 months. I earn 6,000 rupees through contracts every month. I left everything, paid all my attention to her for the last 2 months. You have to hear the soundbite, because a lot of people who joined such debates or read the news in the papers don't know the real emotion behind such a tragedy. People losing their newborn babies. In some cases, not even a day old. I want to play that out, and then I want to take this further.
Yes,
Let's play that out
Niranjan.
first. Neelam, just hear this. Let's hear this, and then we'll take it forward. Yeah, Neelam, 30 seconds. I just want to play this, and I want you to respond to it. I'm going to play that now.
Yeah.
4 बजे साढ़े 4:30-5 बजे करीब गया, तो वहाँ पे मैं पूछा उधर इधर क्या हो गया। नहीं बोले ये आईसीयू में आग लग गई कि शॉर्ट हो गई, कुछ तो भी बोले। तो मैं घबरा गया अचानक से, घबरा के फिर बोला साला मेरा लड़की कैसा है कैसा नहीं। इतना दिन काम धंधा 2 महीना छोड़ दिया, 6,000 कमाता हूँ, नगर परिषद ठेकेदारी पे है, वो सब छोड़ दिया और 2 महीना कंटिन्यू उसके तरफ गया, ध्यान दिया, उधर इधर से थोड़ा बहुत पैसा लिया, 2 महीना खाया खिलाया परिवार को, सब दिखाया। इतना बड़ा ख्वाहिश था कि साला ये पहला लड़की है मेरा, तो अच्छे तरीक़ा से हो गया। जाने वाला था पहले, जो वजन कम था, शुरुआत में बोले आईसीयू लगाए, ये लगाए और नली लगाए, तो मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि बस्ता नहीं बस्ता। पर जब 1 किलो 350 का वेट, ये 8-15 दिन पहले मेरे को जैसा खबर चल गई, उसकी माँ को भी पूछा कैसा है बच्चा, तू देखता है ना ऐसा खिलाती है तो कुछ रोती है, जब बैठ जाए चुपचाप तो रोएगा, थोड़ा घुमाएंगा तो थोड़ा अच्छा रहेगा, ऐसा पूछता हो तो नहीं सब बढ़िया है, घर में आने लायक है, अभी हमारा जान हमारे पास आया, इतना सब खुशी। और आज कैसे हो मेरे को अफसोस नहीं हो रहा है। तो जो भी जिसको सरकार को जमे वो मेरे को करके दे, क्योंकि 2-4-2.5-3-4-5 महीना काम छोड़ दिया, घर परिवार को संभाल लिया, वो 6,000 रुपये कुछ कमाता हूँ, उसकी चक्कर में वो भी टेंशन की वजह से थोड़ा प्रेशर में आ रहा हूँ।
She was my first child. I left everything to pay attention to her. I earned just 6,000 rupees a month and I've lost her. Neelam Krishnamurthy. Problem is, politicians will never know the pain of such people who have to send their children to such hospitals.
That is, yes, Niranjan, I am absolutely pained and anguished when I hear a father speak after losing his child, because I can empathize with these parents. And let me tell you one thing, these politicians can say what they like, they can do what they want to do. One thing they will never realize is how painful it is to lose a child. And this pain never goes away in your life. In fact, with the passage of time, it gets worse. Each day it gets worse. So it really angers me when I see these politicians politicizing the death of innocent children. They should be ashamed of themselves, irrespective of which party they belong to. They only come here to score some brownie points. They leave no opportunities. I think it's time these people learn and realize. Let them know that the people in this country are, getting more aware. A time will come when the people will actually, throw them out of the place if they go and visit these people in the hospitals, even after such tragedies, because everybody knows it's just a photo op. They are not concerned. If they're really concerned, let them not just tweet and say action will be taken. What does a tweet do? Nothing. Do something concrete. There has to be an accountability. Why do you need to have to set up special committees to check how safe the fire audits? It is a job. It has to be done to day-to-day basis. It is the job of the fire officials to go and inspect the buildings and see if they're fire safe or not. And only if they're fire safe, they should issue them NOCs. Why do they let them compromise? Why is NOC being issued for a price? This is something with each one of us know, even the politicians know, that the NOCs are issued for a price and the safety norms are being compromised. There are no stringent laws in this country. You bring in a law to, if somebody kills a cow, you bring in such stringent laws, you even give them life imprisonment. But what about these children? You're saying charge them under 304A? You think it's some kind of a joke? 304 is mere negligence. And that's exactly what Supreme Court has even upheld in the Upar case. So what do you think? Our children are worse than cows? This is the kind of justice that's delivered in our country. After 2 decades, they delivered justice and they award 60 crore rupees to the Delhi government as the fine which was given to the Ansal to set up a trauma center in Delhi. Where is that trauma center in Delhi? I want to know. 5 years back, that 60 crore rupees were given to Delhi government for the trauma center to come up in 2 years. What has Mr. Kejriwal done? That 60 crore now must be about 80 crore rupees. But there is no trauma center. The trauma center could have been used for a COVID center. But that's one of the things. But what I want to say, if the politicians want, they can do something. Let them, bring in a change in the law. Why is it that the law minister of the country is not willing to beat us? I've been proposing to bring in a new law to deal with such mass tragedies. Why is it that we are so negligent about this, the fire safety norms? This is nothing. This is not negligence. This is murder by willful negligence. That's all I can say. Whereas the government will only lodge, and I believe they've not even lodged an FIR till now. They will only lodge an FIR only if there is some pressure. And if at all, they'll be charged only under 304A, which is a bailable offence, and all of them will be out. Sanju Verma just said, let them be charged under 304A. Does she know the provisions of 304A? That is a bailable offence. Are you trying to tell them even if they lodge an FIR, they can get a bail and get out of it? No.
Okay, Niranjan, thank you. I think
respond to you,
fully agree. Mrs. Krishnamurthy made some, Neelam ji made some very, very valid points, and her anguish and her angst, I can absolutely understand that. The fact of the matter is, Niranjan, yes, politicians need to be held accountable. I will say that in as many words. Equally, let us not try to generalize and let us ask questions of the people who are responsible for this tragedy. Today we are talking of Bhandara, and let us not allow people like Chetan to indulge.
I am sorry, Sanju, give me just a sec, Niranjan, just a sec.
Some very interesting points. She has raised some very interesting points. One minute, ma'am, you made some very good points and I absolutely agree with you. All I'm saying is that yes, 304A can only be the starting point. But let it not stop at criminal negligence. Let it not stop at 338 under the IPC,
I'm sorry.
which deals with professional misconduct.
Sanju, please correct
if possible,
yourself.
charge them with murder. Let there be a proper probe.
I don't. I disagree.
I want to say one more thing, Niranjan. Why is it that nobody is saying, nobody is asking why Uddhav Thackeray did not bother to visit the hospital? He could have simply taken a flight to Nagpur. Bhandara from Nagpur is just 64 kilometers. Mr. Thackeray, are you still ensconced in your air-conditioned Mato Street and tweeting about it when the ex-chief minister Devendra Fadnavis actually decided to visit the site of the tragedy? We need to hold Uddhav Thackeray responsible.
Sanju, one sec.
Sanju, Anil Deshmukh responsible. We need to hold
Sanju, you know that I think there are bigger questions. Yeah, you can ask for accountability that, but we don't care about whether the chief minister goes there or not. Trust me. No. Yeah, Neelam. No. We don't care whether the chief minister goes there and visits. It's none of our business, because we have some questions to ask of the. No, wait. Neelam Krishnamurthy wants to come in. Yeah, Neelam ji, you come in, and then I'll bring in Sunaina Hole.
We want accountability.
We will ask them questions.
Yes.
Sanju, we will ask them questions. We will ask them questions, but we frankly don't care whether they go there and pay a visit in their choppers. Yeah, Neelam ji, and then I'll bring in Sunaina Hole. Yeah.
Sanju, yes. Sanju, you are with the party, with the ruling party. I come out with, I'll give you a very good advice. Please ask the party to come out with this. You're saying you want to do something concrete. Please bring about a new law to deal with such tragedies. Let us not charge them under 304A. You do not increase the charge like this. If a person is charged with a lesser offense, cannot be, convicted for a higher offense. Please know that.
Point taken.
So the thing what is important now is bring in a law. So there has to be a deterrence. No, we need deterrence. Only then. Why do you have a stronger charge for rape? Yeah.
Point taken, Neelam ji.
Do that. Do something concrete. Stop blaming other parties. Do something.
No, I completely take your point, and I think that's a larger debate, ma'am.
Valid point.
No, I agree with you, Neelam ji.
But Thackeray administration
Neelam ji, I completely take your point. No, I just want to make one point at this. No, I want to make one point at this stage. Neelam Krishnamurthy has been fighting for justice, and if there's someone who knows the pain and has felt the pain and has been living through the pain of losing loved ones, it's Neelam Krishnamurthy and her husband who've been fighting for justice, right? So every word of what you say, Neelam Krishnamurthy, is important to all of us, and I completely agree with you that it is a larger debate, especially on the issue of fire tragedies. But let me also bring in Sunaina Hole into this debate. Sunaina, I want to stick to this one RTI copy that I have in my hand, because if there's one document today that tells you the entire story of why this happened, right? One, in a children's hospital, inside the ICU, there was nobody there until the place was burnt down, right? And secondly, and I don't know how much this would have cost beyond a few lakh rupees, basics like fire hydrants, fire sprinklers, smoke alarms, fire extinguishers, fire escape ladder and fire escape routes in a children's hospital not being there is a very telling sign of the times that we live in and the dangers of it.
Niranjan, what happened today is it's really heart-wrenching, and this raises many questions. As a country, human life, human dignity, all three has to be preserved, taken care of. I wouldn't get into, this government did this government did that. Every government has to take the accountability of whatever happened. It's been a year, NGA has come into power. If there was a request proposal tabled on, May 2020, why is it not looked into? It's reached it is there to take care of the basics. These are the basics that we all need. And Bhandara is a very small place. It will not take any, big expense like in crores, like we are seeing so many infra projects in multi-crores. This is a very small thing. Why people are not looking into it? Why are they playing with people's lives? This is just not acceptable. I'll tell you. I spoke to one of the persons there, okay, the suffered one, and her husband cried like anything. They have left their jobs. They come from a very poor family. They are not receiving people. And, the tragedy happened in the morning, and when I saw the police coming for, okay, fine, we are giving 5 lakh to the police family and all that. Who are you to decide 5 lakh? How can you decide that? At least go understand the depth of the matter. At least do that much. Just don't declare and shut people's mouths or, stop them questioning you about the tragedy. This across the country, I'm not saying only Maharashtra, but we need to look into our government hospitals seriously. This cannot happen again.
Niranjan, if I could quickly make a point, please, a very small point. I think the lawmakers of this country must take cognizance of this tragedy. I really wish and hope that there are better laws coming from the elected representatives. Such untoward activities do not take place irrespectively for those in power in the center. I think with great power comes great responsibility. There needs to be better governance, but the only way through this is we need better hospitals. Equipped hospitals, I think, is the way to go. The right level of audit which needs to take place by the hospital itself and the state and central government authorities. If there is a 3 audit measure for the respective all the
audits keep happening all the time,
taken, I think that is the need of the hour.
I'll tell you, it takes a tragedy for you to order an audit. Abbas, it takes a tragedy to order an audit. It takes a tragedy to order an audit.
But in
this case, you ask Shailesh Gandhi. Shailesh Gandhi, okay, Sunena wants to make a point. Yeah, Sunena wants to make a point. I'm bringing Shailesh Gandhi.
Why do we have to wait for something to happen? Then only we will,
See, again you're saying, what did NDA do? What did this one do? What did that one do? Am I talking about...
But
what are you doing? Now you'll talk about Uttar Pradesh and Central Vista project. Come down and listen to Sunena now. Dad, listen to Sunena now and stop. No, stop. Stay on the subject.
Taken report of the 2008.
Yeah, I've already questioned and no.
The BJP Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis
did nothing about the
Abbas, if you don't know the facts, then don't speak, man. Listen in. Listen to what Sunena is saying.
The politician
Mr.
has
Abbas,
failed.
please keep quiet and listen to me what I'm saying.
Ma'am,
Abbas, calm down and learn to listen a little bit. Will help you because I don't think you know the facts. Sunena has some facts with us. Sunena, tell him.
It is impossible to talk to him if he is not ready to listen.
All these respective parties come and they want to make
money. Yeah, Abbas, don't do this, yeah.
The highest revenue.
Abbas, don't be so. Don't be badly behaved in the debate, Abbas. Abbas, you have a listening problem. It's a very sensitive subject.
Yeah, pull back, man. So those must be answered.
Do you even understand?
Yeah, then calm down and listen to her, na. She's making a point. Listen in, calm down. She's making a point because I don't think you have the facts with you. You're giving general gyan. Listen into what she's saying.
Absolutely not.
She's giving you some facts. She's countering you on facts, Abbas. Listen in.
If you people journalists do not question it is upon us, citizens of this country, to question them. And we will question them. You spoke so well about this. I know you understand the underprivileged people there, the children who've lost their lives.
Yeah, Abbas,
but why did this happen? Because
Abbas, stop it and listen. Yeah, you know what, Abbas? Okay, fine. Enough is enough. Okay, Abbas, you know what? Abbas, I think you have a problem. I'll tell you your problem. No, I'll tell you your problem. I'll tell you your problem. First of all, you come unread. Like you don't prepare for the debate, okay? I started. Abbas, listen. We're all journalists. You gave me some gyan. No, you calm down. You calm down.
Be an anchor. No, don't be a BJP journalist. Don't be a Goti media.
Abbas, stop it, okay? Enough. Don't listen, Abbas. Don't cross the line. I started. Abbas, don't cross the line. Okay, you calm down and hear. I said I started. No, listen. I started by asking.
Like me.
Abbas, you know what?
But Niranjan,
okay, Abbas.
You need to understand what is
Abbas,
happening.
calm down. Okay, relax. Calm down. I started the debate by showing a 2018 RTI reply and I questioned all sides. Okay, if you have a hearing problem, get your ears checked. Get your ears checked. Okay, and stop giving gyan on the debate and acting smart. Come with what? Have you read the RTI reply? Yeah, you can't hear. No, you can't hear now. Suddenly you can't hear. I started with the RTI reply. So stop giving gyan on the debate. Okay, it's a sensitive subject. Please stop it and then stop it. Stop it. I'm not going to waste time talking to you. It's the second time you've come in and made a...
Even I will not waste time. So
Calm down. I've already done that. If you go back and watch the debate again. Okay, go back and watch the debate. Go back and watch the debate. Don't give me gyan. Shailesh Gandhi, calm down. Don't give gyan. 10 lines. You write down 10 lines. Somebody gives you 10 lines on WhatsApp. Don't come and repeat the same line again and again. I want to go across to Shailesh Gandhi, someone who knows the facts. I started with that. Please stop it. Enough. Abbas, enough, man. Abbas, enough. Abbas, enough. Okay, I've let you have your say, okay? I've let you have it. You've said what you had to? Oh God, yeah.
At this stage, there are three basic lapses that come up.
I want Shailesh Gandhi to come in with Ketan Vaidya, please. Shailesh Gandhi and Ketan Vaidya.
Three basic lapses that we've been able to identify right now. A, the hospital was started without firefighting equipment, which is horrible. B, the point was raised at various times, but no action was taken. Nobody even took a conscious decision saying this is not required. It was just neglected. And as I said, I repeat, there is a law in Maharashtra that people who do not decide things, or departments that do not decide things within 90 days, administrative action must be taken, which is not being followed. If that was followed, such a thing would not occur. Systemically, we need a better governance structure. We have laws to do it, but the laws are not being followed by governments and are being flouted completely. And thirdly, as one speaker pointed out, there was only one nurse who also wasn't there. How is an ICU allowed to operate like this? This is callousness. Will we stop this now? Hear the cries of 10 little children.
Yeah.
Their guilt weighs on every Indian today, because 10 little kids, before they could even bloom, have been murdered, as somebody pointed out. Let's stop this. Let us get to better governance and ensure that this is the last of such actions. And all hospitals must not be allowed to work. All such places must not be allowed to work without adequate safety equipment. Otherwise, we are making a fool of ourselves. We are not an advanced nation. We are a backward nation.
See, collectively as a country and a state, we cannot let...
Do you think it's a wake-up call? Perhaps also,
Absolutely. It's not just a wake-up call, it's a wake-up alarm. Collectively as a country and a state, we have failed to address our public health problem. The national figure of per capita spend on health has increased meagerly from 1187 rupees to 1538. And talking about Maharashtra, the current incumbent government, if it really feels to do something, then it should show the magnanimity and accept that they erred after the May report and now get on war footing. And ICDS budget has been slashed. Okay, PHC posts. Somebody was talking about the absence of nurse. There was one nurse, but it was inadequate. So the PHC post should be filled immediately. The health budget should increase at least 2 to 3% of the GSDP. And this should be a wake-up call to spruce up our health budget across board and also set up standards for private hospitals, because nobody has brought that issue. Because private hospitals are prohibitive, people go to the government hospitals, which are completely lacking in service. So health is left to the gods. So we cannot leave something as crucial as health and children health to the gods anymore. Government and collectively as a country, we should wake up.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ketan. Ketan, Sanju, Neelam, Shailesh, Vinod, Ketan, Syed Abbas, Chetan and Sunaina. Only because I'm short of time, I have to thank all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this debate. But we are going to take this forward. We are going to continue doing our reporting from Bhandara, and also the investigation continues. Thank you for joining us. And Syed, I'm going to WhatsApp the RTI copy to you so that you read up on it, okay? Thank you. Bye. And come prepared next time before asking needless questions. Thank you.